Welcome to another episode of TeeVo The Beard.
You wouldn't know it, but it's my lunch hour.
It is.
How are you today?
I'm good. How was your Halloween?
Uneventful.
Uneventful?
Uneventful as heck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like doubly uneventful.
Well, it's okay.
Was it negatively uneventful or positively uneventful?
Kind of a medium.
Okay.
Like, I knew it was
So
going...
it was uneventfully uneventful?
It was. I knew it was going to be, so
Yeah.
I didn't have any grand idea that, it's going to be great, we're going to do this, and then to fall flat. It was like, well, I don't think I'm going to do anything today.
Yeah.
And I indeed did not do anything.
Well,
and that's okay.
You don't have a 4-year-old, so your night wasn't full of trick-or-treating and then sorting out candy.
Well, I mean, I would have... I would love to go trick-or-treating, but I also was working, and that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
All things, like I said, all things I knew I was doing, so, neither positive nor negative.
Okay, yeah.
So I assumed yours was positive?
It was till about the end of trick-or-treating, and then my little beard, who was dressed as a little devil, started acting like a little devil.
How so?
Just as a 4-year-old trick-or-treating. She started out being...
I haven't done 4-year-old trick-or-treating since I was 4-year-old, so remind me and people who out there who may have a 3-year-old or have no year-olds.
Right.
And maybe they're wanting a 4-year-old.
This is a public service announcement here.
So
So it started out very nice. We live in this small little townhome community that just is basically a circle.
It's very nice.
Thank you. And so when we started, she was following us. She was listening to us because there are rules for trick-or-treating.
So you do enforce rules.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, I'm not going to have her go knocking on doors of people who don't have their porch lights on and stuff like that.
Well, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Well, also it just pisses people off if they get knocks, without... Because you don't know who participates in Halloween, and for what reason they may not. So
the porch light is always the best indicator.
If the porch light is not on, I hope you don't have candy hiding in there waiting for people. So that's also a PSA for the people for next year. If you want trick-or-treaters, leave your porch light on. Because I can just imagine somebody in a dark room holding a bowl of candy, wondering why nobody's knocking on their door. But towards the last 10, 15 minutes of trick-or-treating, she decided she knew where to go and she knew what was best. And trying to chase around a 4-year-old.
Now, was it just solo, you, the beard, or was
it was the whole bearded family?
So both of you had to wrangle. Yeah,
she was Pikachu, I was a pirate, and like I said, the little one was a devil. And it was fun for the most part. It's just that last bit, because we were also trying to get our part done before older kids started coming out. So, because it's not really where we live, it's not a rule of who can trick-or-treat when, but it's kind of one of those unspoken things of, okay, from 6 to like 7:30, let's get those little kids out there. While they're still
so the lighter it is, generally, that's when the younger kids can still kind of do their thing.
It's more comfortable that way, because then you start getting all these rambunctious teenagers out there being teenagers, and I do not fault them for it. I just want to be inside when it's happening.
You don't fault them, but you don't have to like it.
Right, yeah. As long as, I leave my porch light off, so as long as they leave us alone, we're good. Because by then, even if I wanted to hand out candy, I'm exhausted from walking around the neighborhood.
Well, even I had grand ideas of dressing up, but that didn't fall through.
Yeah.
But even then, I didn't have any, event.
Right.
My event would have been just dressing up. And didn't get a chance to, but we have next year.
Yes.
And that's okay.
Definitely. You can plan ahead more. Yeah.
Well, now, Well, now I know what to look for this time.
Right. Yeah.
But we're all good. So I'm not sad about no Halloween or anything.
Yeah.
I got loads of candy. That's the best part about being an adult.
Right. Yeah.
You can just go get candy.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's not as cool.
I enjoy the free candy. But...
I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
Which I did get some, but as an adult, you can just go.
Yeah.
And also, you have the knowledge of knowing what clearance is.
Right, so you can go on the morning of November 1st and get everything.
Because they don't want those candy in the store anymore.
Right.
They want to get rid of it and put out the Christmas candy.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so as an adult, good, cheap candy.
Mm-hmm.
And
50, 75% off. Yeah.
And also, the best part is you don't have to give away that candy.
Exactly.
It's all for you.
Yeah, I can have all these Reese's cups.
Exactly. Yeah. So, that's the silver lining of
that. Yeah. No, I always said the best part about being an adult is having cake for breakfast. The worst part about being an adult is nobody stopping me from having cake for breakfast.
That's very wise.
Yeah. So, monogram that on a pillow there. So I see you're wearing a nice shield cardigan
today.
Yes. Any news in the Marvel Shieldverse?
Well, I am just wearing a Shield cardigan because I, obviously love the show.
Right.
And I will wear it anytime.
Mm-hmm.
But today, I am happy to say that there is Shield news because we've been a little shy on Shield news.
Right, yeah.
Because they've been very secretive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of really bummed me out lately because, watching these interviews with Chloe and Clark and, Henry and Natalia.
Yeah.
And the questions, I guess, because they're not allowed to say a lot of stuff about the new season. So the reporters are kind of lowballed into just asking, hey, how has your character changed?
Right.
Like I was watching one.
And they answer, it has.
Well, I was watching one where, they asked Chloe because, Chloe has the most drastic change.
Right.
Of the 4 seasons so far. But it's like, but I've been watching since episode 1. I know.
Yeah.
Like I
You could answer the questions for her.
I could.
Yeah.
And I kind of got bored watching those videos. Like I want to know new stuff.
Yeah, we want the juicy stuff. It's
like you're asking questions that you're assuming people who haven't watched the show will need to know.
Yeah, and if you haven't watched the show going into season 5,
and as we said, like the window for new fans is closing.
Yeah.
But thankfully, that's what Netflix is for.
Exactly, yeah.
But that's not the questions I want to have answered. Mm-hmm. So, I've been kind of scarce on my Shield news. But last night, they did announce something.
We get to know about the new ward. There's always a ward.
Well, his real name. So, the last night, they dropped kind of a bomb on, who's in the show.
A good bomb.
Yeah. And obviously, we know, everybody's going to be back, minus Ward. Yeah. Don't count him out.
Right. No.
Somehow.
It's still a comic show, so who knows?
Yo-Yo is now a full-fledged member of the show, so we will definitely be seeing her more.
Yep.
We do know that Hunter is coming back in some capacity.
Yeah.
We don't know what.
Bobby's on the Orville, so she's employed. That's all that matters.
But she is fully down with coming back.
Yeah.
As she should be.
Yeah.
But they did announce there are 5 new people we're going to meet.
Nice.
And it's like, wait, what? So, first of all...
And none of them are from Inhumans.
None. However, I will get to that a little later.
Yeah.
Not Inhumans related.
Yeah.
Not the show.
Right.
Just the species of Inhumans.
Yeah. We'll still give you your 5 seconds to review the
That was about it. Wait, I don't think I have anything new to say.
Oh, okay.
That was the 5 seconds.
Okay, that was that was your 5-second review there.
So, we first meet Jeff Ward, which is his real name.
Right.
And he plays a character named Deke.
Deke?
Okay. What do you think? Deke? Decky?
I'd say Deke. It's probably Deke.
Because it looks like Zeke, but with a D. And they announced him being in the show a few months ago, but obviously, like Marvel, it says, hey, he's in the show. As what?
He's in the show. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know right now, until this moment, last night.
Yeah.
His character is described as the ultimate survivor and roguish scavenger.
Okay.
The guy who can get people what they need, but at a price of his asking.
So he's Han Solo.
All right.
I mean, they're in space, so why not?
All right.
Yeah.
The second character, intriguing picture.
Mm-hmm.
The actress' name is Eve Harlow. Okay. And from what I know, she had a recurring role on the 100.
Okay, I never watched it.
I didn't either, but for people, if any of you doesn't out there did watch the 100, this is good news for you,
right? Yeah,
maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
she could have been horrible in it. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
But her character is Tess. Tess is resourceful, striving to be self-sufficient in very desperate circumstances, but she has hung on to her hopes for a better future for herself and those closest to her.
So it's Leia.
Cool.
So I like the theme they're going with here.
All right.
Yeah.
This was an interesting one.
Wait, was that Finn?
We'll get to that.
Just to go with to continue with the theme here.
Now this is a fun one. Mm-hmm. This next actor's name's Coy Stewart. He plays Flint. And I looked up.
Very close to Finn.
Very close. Yeah. But I looked him up, and from what they're saying, this is an actual Inhuman in the comics. And while I don't think they explicitly say it, but they're thinking, oh, so you are picking, actual character.
So he's from the moon?
No, I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
So they won't connect it that close, but
They're just like, hey, the term Inhuman's enough.
right.
Flint is a young man who's been forced to grow up in a fast and tough environment, but hasn't lost the desire to make something of himself. So Finn.
I mean, yeah, that's... They have recast Star Wars through S.H.I.E.L.D.
I like how it says 5. There are only 4.
Yeah.
That's a shame on you, Entertainment Weekly.
I was about to say, yeah, our primary source here is Entertainment Weekly, so if anybody wants to cite them.
Now, this looks like, if you look at this guy's picture, obviously he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's going to have fun with the S.H.I.E.L.D. crew.
No.
And this guy is Pruitt Taylor Vince.
Okay.
And I looked at it. He's definitely a character actor. You've seen him in movies.
Yeah.
And had no idea that's...
Probably played like Thug Number 3 or something.
Or just guy... Yeah, I looked at... He's had a career since the 80s.
Wow.
But just that character. He's like, we need you here.
Yeah.
And he's probably fine with that.
We need a tough-looking guy.
Yep. But he plays Grill.
There you go.
Grill is a gruff taskmaster, lording over those under his command with an unforgiving temperament.
So a heftier Vader.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what do you think so far? Because you didn't know about this.
No, I did not. This is all new to me.
I learned all this last night. So what do you think of this new addition to the show?
No,
in addition to the characters we already know and love.
That makes me want the show to come back even faster now. I mean, I was already wanting it to come back because of the characters we know and love, but this gives me even more of a reason to want it now. Yeah.
But obviously we won't know until December 1st. But
yeah.
That's not that far away.
Yeah, it's less than a month now from this recording.
As opposed to when season 4 ended and they said, oh yeah, we're not coming back immediately. What?
Yeah.
Why not?
And at first they told us 2018, and then they were like, oh yeah, 2017, winter. December. Okay, so we got a date. Do we have episode numbers yet?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a nice 22 in there. But I mean, if they can do 13 and do it well, then I'll take that.
If they do a good 13 and end it, as I keep saying, if you end it, I am fine.
But if you do 13, no breaks. I want 13 straight through.
The only break is Christmas.
Right. Yeah. And you're lucky we're giving you that off. I want to go Scrooge on them here and just be like, no, you get nothing.
Well, speaking of the Star Wars universe, so you saw last night, I did have some fun.
I did, yeah.
I met John Boyega.
Nice.
Who plays Finn from Star Wars. That was very fun.
He was at the film festival?
He was at our local film festival.
Was he promoting something or was he just a guest there?
He was a guest and they were showing his latest movie, Detroit. And he did a little talk back after that, which was fun. Then I got to see him kind of outside the theater. I got my Finn Funko Pop sign.
Nice.
So that adds to my collection. It's terrible that all my Funko autographs, only 3 of them were free. As in like the autographs. Like I paid for all. Yeah. But only 3 of them, I got lucky enough that they did not charge me.
Nice.
And because I found them not at a convention.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Because at the convention, they are there to make money.
Yes, so. and that's a fact.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it.
You go in there with the money, knowing that.
I do. I just, appreciate when I can get it not for money.
Now, not necessarily with Funko Pops, but have you ever met an actor or actress who has asked for money, like in a regular setting?
As in something like last night?
When you want something autographed? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Thankfully, no.
Okay. And I'm sure there's some out there that would. But...
Sure, some, but I've gotten more people who just don't.
Yeah.
Than, ask for money from.
Oh, yeah, and I would rather somebody say no than be like, all right, that's going to be $50.
At this point, I'd be like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, let's set a table or something.
Right, yeah.
Like, have a handler ready.
Make it look presentable.
Yeah, have a handler ready for you if you're going to be doing that.
Yeah.
But thankfully, he wasn't like that. But what was funny was, because I've gone to our local film festival for many years now.
Yeah.
I know exactly, I hate to sound stalkerish, but I know exactly like the routes they take to, get inside the theater, what door.
Well, there's only certain ways in and out too, so that.
Well, as opposed to one of our theaters, if you go out one way, you lost your chance if they went the other way.
Yeah.
And vice versa. If you go, but the main theater they use, you can still lose them.
Yeah.
But you have a higher percentage that you can cover more if you choose one.
Yeah, more buildings help block them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so I knew exactly where he was going to do certain things. And his security was a little extra, so I didn't get it at the opportunity I wanted. But I said, no, I'm waiting. Yeah. I am waiting. Because I live here. It's not like I had to travel far and wide. Yeah. And I leave home sad after a big drive. It's like, well, I guess I'll just go home.
Now, I gave my Halloween PSA. How about you give a PSA for fellow stalkers out there? So they're not at a con. They happen to see,
Well, A, do not draw attention to yourself.
Right. Yeah.
You will definitely make more of a scene than needs to be.
Yeah, don't be the crazy fan.
And that's terrible because when the film festival happens, sometimes it gets colder. And sometimes I do have to wear, well, not last night. Last night was pretty manageable. But sometimes I do have to wear, out of necessity for being warm, a hoodie. And
that just makes you look suspicious right there.
Yeah, I don't want to, so I sometimes take the lid off.
Right.
Maybe unzip the hoodie just to show
I'm unarmed.
I'm literally only here for many years. Usually, I usually get a picture. But this year, I would still loved a picture with him. Yeah, and he was definitely willing to. But I wanted my Funko signed just a little more than a picture. Yeah. So, and I don't want to be. I guess it's another PSA. Just don't be that person. I know this is hard, and everybody will tell you, no, if you got the chance, you better do it. But a lot of people were getting autographs and pictures. Like, I was like, all right, come on.
Don't bogart their time. There are other people there.
There are a lot of other people there. And, everybody wants something. So I had to make the decision before I went to the event. Right. Which is more important to me? Do I want a picture with John Boyega or do I want an autograph?
And you got two of them signed, right?
One of them was with Wesley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was there too. It just the only reason I put a picture of both of them was because his signature looks so different on both Funko Pops. Yeah. So it's like, oh, which one's the real one? Right. Answer, both.
Yeah. Hard to authenticate it now.
Yeah. But we are each other's witnesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw him sign his, and he saw him sign mine. So.
And it's on Instagram, so it's official.
Yeah, it's very official. So. But yeah, don't bogart their time. It's gonna be hard, but decide those things before you get there. And I did.
And have you ever approached an actor or actress when there wasn't like a crowd around, like just singular? Okay. And how did you do that?
Same thing. If we're talking just this particular film festival, or really any, something like that, an event.
Something that's not a con.
Yeah, something's not a con. I've never approached anyone like completely outside of like any sort of event. Okay.
So like if Mark Ruffalo was at Denny's, you wouldn't necessarily, that's a bad example. You probably would. But if like some...
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. So you see him at Denny's, you're not going to go attack him.
I'd feel it out. Yeah. Obviously if I feel it's a comfortable thing for both of us, I'll at least just tell him I really enjoy his work. Right. But you
won't interrupt his meal and sit down with him.
But obviously if he's with family and he looks like he's trying to have a private time, feel it out. Yeah. Feel the situation out. Don't be selfish in you that you think just because you're in the same building means that they are obligated.
Yeah, it's not fate putting you there. It's happenstance.
It's just happenstance. Yeah. So feel out the situation. But I have approached people without a crowd, as in like at the film festival, Elizabeth Olsen a couple years ago. Okay. I managed to catch her. Yeah, there was nobody around me. So I just said, hey, I really enjoy, your work beyond the Marvel Universe. But don't get me wrong, I love you as Scarlet Witch. Right. And we had a nice conversation. That wasn't the case with John Boyega. Everybody knew where John Boyega was going to be. So I only told him I had, obviously love him as Star Wars and Attack the Block. But and he signed my thing, and I, went on my merry way.
Nice.
But that's not the case for pretty much everybody else there.
Well, one last question before we get into the shows then. Have you ever approached someone and mistaken them for someone else?
No.
No? Okay. No. I have done that.
Ooh.
I thought someone was Simon Pegg.
He wasn't.
They were not.
Oh.
They were not even British. But he could have been Simon Pegg's body double. And it just so happened that he was actually like some minor theater actor. So when I approached him and said, I really like your work, I think you're real funny, he was very thankful in a very American accent.
And that's when you knew.
And I'm like, oh, you're not who I think you are. And I made a complete and total
you should have just
out
left.
of myself. I should have, but that's
you
no,
should have just
foot
let him.
in mouth.
He should have just, saved you both that moment.
Yeah. No, he appreciated though being compared to Simon Pegg in looks.
Yeah.
So there was that. But
it
yeah.
probably would have felt better. Be like, what? He knows me.
Right. And then he could have, felt really good in the coffee shop there. But like, yeah, I am a known actor.
Yeah.
Give me my venti.
Normally, I don't know how I know these things, but if I see someone, most of the times I will figure out who that is.
Okay.
Whether it be that person or not.
Right.
Like I caught Alan Rickman, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Totally incognito.
Yeah.
But I knew it was him. I knew it. And he didn't want me to know it.
Nice.
And he wasn't very happy when I approached him. But it was him.
So you didn't follow your own rule there.
What? I mean, it was one of those. Of the moments, that was the better moment.
Yeah.
So it's not like I just bum rushed him immediately.
Right. Yeah.
Like I tried to pick the moments, and it didn't look like it was going to get any better. And I think he knew I was following him.
Yeah.
So.
And also Alan Rickman.
It was the better of the moment.
Yeah.
As opposed to the walking 3 blocks following him.
It wasn't like Kevin James or someone walking down the street. It was Alan Rickman.
Exactly.
A legend. So.
Yeah. And now that's a rare story I have because you can't get any more of those.
Yeah. So
that's that.
So, but that actually gives me an accidental segue.
What's that?
Amazon has hired a writer for Galaxy Quest.
They're doing that?
They're doing the Galaxy Quest television show.
Interesting.
Yeah, and a lot of the actors and actresses from the movie want to be part of it somehow. So.
Well, Tim Allen needs work, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't turn it into some political message, like other show. Yes. But we don't get political here, so I will leave it at that. And we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to give you guys the lowdowns on the shows that we've watched.
Excuse me, spoiler alert!
And we're back. So your 5-second review of Inhumans was, there's nothing to review.
No, I reviewed the latest episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That I have not seen, obviously, because we are recording in the day of Friday, and it is not night yet. So I do not have anything to say about that yet.
Yeah.
But if we're going to do a quick review. And
is it worth even a quick review, though? I mean, let's be honest.
No. Quick review of something else.
Okay.
I did see Thor Ragnarok last night.
Oh, nice.
And
I've not seen it yet.
We're not going to do a full review.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But I just want to say full reaction. It is one of the funniest Marvel movies that's not an Iron Man or a Guardians.
Nice.
I think anyone that doesn't like the Thor series should still see this.
Okay, so you don't have to have the previous knowledge to...
It would help.
It would help, yeah.
It would help to know the Marvel Universe,
right.
Actually, because there's references in other movies.
Okay.
But, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
This movie's still funny.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to wait to do a review until the Beard sees it, because I want to see what you think, and I want to do a review with you instead of you just listening to
right.
my
and also, Thor is my man. I've been reading Thor forever, so this one I don't want spoiled for me, except for one thing. I want to know if the
Do you want them to be spoiled too?
Well, no, it's a line. It's a line that's in the preview.
Okay.
And the line of "We're the Revengers" is that in the?
It's in the movie.
Okay, I just wanted
to
make
sure. But I will
say,
much like any other, trailers, don't believe some of the things you see in the trailers.
Right. Yeah. But I wanted that because no matter how many times I see the,
I
crack up at that line.
Can I just give one spoiler though? And it can't be that surprising, but it is a spoiler. Can I at least give that?
Superman's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Wait, wrong spoiler.
It's not that surprising if you've seen the trailers.
Okay.
But the Warriors 3, wow.
Yeah.
That was effortless.
Okay.
So Hela arrives in Asgard,
and
Volstagg goes to attack her. She kills him like that.
Wow.
And then Zach Levi's Fandral sees that and it was so you were big characters.
Yeah.
And you literally just went down like that.
Wow.
It was, my mouth was, I was doing this. You were kind of big deals.
Yeah.
And same with Hogan.
Okay.
He actually, Hogan put a little bit better fight.
Yeah.
But he did fall.
Okay.
And after that happened, I was like, man, it's a good thing Jamie Alexander couldn't make it, because it was actually probably better for her Marvel career that she is not in this movie.
Right. That way she can survive.
Yeah. Because she can
We
explain now.
survive by default.
She can explain now, oh, I was somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that all that happened. So, because I was sad, like, oh, she couldn't get a break from Blind Spot to do Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably was best that she didn't do Ragnarok, because they probably would have killed you.
Yeah.
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 But
But that's all you're gonna say.
Well, and why I say it can't be that surprising, because did you see them in the previews?
Right.
And what is Ragnarok about?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why I don't.
Just like a cursory search online would tell you enough on that.
That's why I wanted to say spoiler, but you can't be that surprised.
Yeah. I mean, if he has to form another team, then obviously something happened too.
And obviously, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So
he forms the Revengers.
Yeah. So there's that.
Okay.
But no Inhumans review.
No.
And
I have a question about The Gifted. I want to go ahead and knock that one out.
Yeah.
What the heck did I just watch this past week? I feel like I'm watching a decent
what happened?
drama.
What happened on it?
Nothing X-Men or Marvel related. I feel like I'm watching a decent drama on Fox, but I would not associate it with Marvel. I would not associate it with mutants or X-Men, even though they did mention X-Men and said a war is coming. Yeah. What is happening with this show?
Marcos keep macking on my girl.
Well, yeah, that's definitely.
I still don't know the children's name.
No.
Thank goodness it's only 10 episodes.
I almost looked up the children's names, and then I watched this past episode, and I was like, no, I don't care.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we may have set the bar too high with this show going into it.
The pilot was great.
It was.
And actually, thinking of that, I'd like to take this moment and let's do like a progress report.
Okay.
Because we're at the midpoint of the fall half of the season.
Yeah. It's weird the way, we're waiting for S.H.I.E.L.D., so that's throwing my mental calendar off.
Where do you put Gifted so far?
Still above Inhumans.
But not as high as we...
Oh, no. I put it above Inhumans only because it still makes for a good Fox drama. I mean, the actors are good on it and everything. There's a reason that we don't like Marco, and if it's because of his acting with you, it's his relationship.
Yeah. And his looks.
Yeah. But, he's not a bad actor.
Yeah.
None of them are.
Yeah.
Even the no-name kids.
Yeah. But just something about the pace of the story, maybe the story itself, I'm just not as intrigued as it was.
I wish I didn't know ahead of time that it was a Marvel mutant thing, and I was surprised by that going in, because then I may have not set the bar as high as I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, luckily it's only 10 or so episodes.
Right.
So we're almost done.
And basically, yeah. This one I will give a little bit more chance to than I did in Humans.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's move on. Let's just get the cat out of the bag. Let's give a progress report to The Flash.
The Flash?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna.
So we had a little switcheroo this week.
We had a switcheroo. So it is our job. We feel it's our job to tell you about these things.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel also it says a lot when we don't watch.
Right.
And this week was the first time in the Flash history.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, scratch that. I still didn't see the Flash versus Arrow episode.
Okay.
Because I just...
Doesn't count, though. It has Arrow.
Because I didn't care.
Right.
Also, I didn't see, like, the Big Legends crossover.
Okay. Yeah.
When they were, hyping up the Legends before the show. Yeah. Because I, again, didn't care.
Yeah.
But this was the first regular episode.
Yeah.
No crossover. This is the first regular episode of Flash where before I got home and on Tuesday nights after I get home, I drive home and I
can't wait. Flash the entire way.
Think about Flash the entire way. Turn on the Xbox, open the CW app, and watch the Flash. But at work, I had none of those desires.
Yeah.
I did have desires to obviously drive home, but
but and maybe turn on the Xbox still.
I did turn on the Xbox, but I did not turn on CW. So needlessly, I did not turn on the Flash.
Right.
And I just didn't care.
Right.
I did not care.
Yeah. I don't blame you. When I did,
I at work, I read a full recap spoiler, not to see what happened, but I read it in lieu of watching it.
Nice.
I don't know what happened.
Well, we got Danny Trejo.
Yes.
who I love as an actor.
Yes.
And they did show a machete in the show, in the episode, so I was happy
Excellent.
about that. In fact, he even tells
Cisco.
Harry tells Cisco that the machete's too much, that he shouldn't bring that. So I did like that one little part there made me laugh. Actually, the whole episode made me laugh.
Yeah.
But he is Gypsy's dad.
Yes.
And instead of Gypsy being this powerful, self-made woman, now she's got Dad and Cisco fighting over her and who she needs to be with and all that. And I'm like, that just totally just took away from her character.
You're
right
like,
there.
it's a good comedy, but
Yeah, I mean, it was that
because the thing that
it was a sitcom.
The thing that didn't translate from reading it,
Mhm.
you know, plot wise, we don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
I too know what happened.
Yeah.
But what didn't translate was, you know, when I told you I didn't watch it, you said, well, at least it was the funniest of the season.
It was. Yeah, and it would have been really good as a season 2 episode. Because we do have Elastic Man, and they're doing funny bits with that
Elongated.
slapstick humor. Yeah, I think they call him Plastic Man a couple times in the show, and that's why it's...
Well, if they make him Plastic Man, I will have serious issues.
No, I think by the end, Barry says that Cisco does the naming, so I'm sure next episode, because he is officially a secret member of Team Flash. So,
But
yay.
Yeah. But I just read it and I was like, all right, well, I got what I needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, I mean...
But I was just shocked even in like my full recap synopsis.
Yeah.
No mention of, Wally left.
Right. In the episode, no mention of Wally. I mean...
It's almost like they're doing what Supergirl did last season with Alex.
Yeah.
Just the level of like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he was a character, I guess. But even at the beginning, when they're doing the whole, I'm Barry Allen, the fastest man, blah, 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 he ends it with, I am the only one fast enough to save the day. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really, Barry? There's no other speedster out there that can help you.
And so we learned from last episode that, Joe and Celia are expecting.
Yes, and he announces it
to everybody.
But Wally, yeah. And they don't even mention, hey, you should call Wally, find out where he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Barry, how about you go run and get him?
Because I assume this was the first time he told anybody that's not him or Cecilia.
Yeah, and it's only because he thought he was going to die in the helicopter.
There you go. So obviously, you can't say, oh, he called Wally earlier.
Right. No, he was keeping it secret from everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was...
So obviously, they just don't care.
They don't. They really, really don't.
And I said this to you earlier this week. It's funny. If one of you dozen people are actually one of the writers of Supergirl, I thank you.
Right.
Because I feel like you're actually listening to us, thus making that show better. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
And Flash people.
Yeah, if one of you
doesn't... Either you were a listener and you just stopped,
or you're just blatantly doing the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how it feels.
Yeah, because we're like, oh yeah, we love Wally. Let's get Wally on here. Give him a bigger part. And he's gone.
And and I say it every time. I'm just a little disappointed because the sky was the limit for the Wally character.
Yeah.
Especially Barry going to Speed Force. Like there's so much they could have done, not just with Wally, but even with Jay.
Yeah.
Like there's so much they could do. They could have added another speedster. There are more in the comics.
There are.
They really could have played around with a Barry-less, or at least Flash Barry-less, show for 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
But no, they just said, "Oh, well, we need to get him back as soon as possible."
Yeah.
Thus negating, why are the others even here?
Right. Yeah.
Well, at least they had Wally on the show. They just didn't care about John Wesley anyway.
Yeah. No, granted, John Wesley does cost more than probably a majority of the cast put together.
But still.
So financially, I can understand that one, but. With Wally, it was like, what was he asking you for, CW?
Yeah.
What did he want?
Yeah.
Was it a solid gold Cadillac or something?
Yeah.
Get it for him.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yes.
So
because I will say, one of the happiest moments last season was the 3-on-1 speedster battle. As brief as it was, I thought it was great to use because it seemed like a comic book battle.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. And it may be a special effects budgeting thing because I have been watching Legends of Tomorrow. In the most recent episode, the special effects were amazing.
Amazing.
And it's like, that's where the Flash money went.
So obviously they're diverting special effects money to Supergirl and Legends.
Right. The one that deserves it and the one that is like, oh, cool, we got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something fishy is going on at the CW network.
Yeah. It's like, do you not want the Flash because he's getting a movie, so you don't want to show anymore, and you're trying to wean us off of it?
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. Just pull the Band-Aid.
But because I didn't watch the episode, I don't know what happens next week. So you can enlighten me if you know.
I don't know if I watched the preview for that or not.
Wow.
I think right after I watched that, I watched Legends.
Wow. So Flash people, be it fans or people who work on the show.
Yeah.
Please listen to us about this.
Yeah.
Because.
And if you do work on the show, defend yourself in the comments.
I'm sad. I'm afraid that next week I might have the same urge to be like, nah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I am getting that point. It's like, is Ebard back yet?
Right.
Because if Ebard is not coming back.
I will admit that the main thing, kind of ironically, that did make me watch this episode was Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, I like him as an actor. I know he can be that weird funny.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping he wouldn't be the obnoxious dad that he kind of was, but so that got me in watching it, and then it was.
Oh, it broke my heart. I'm a big Danny Trejo fan.
Yeah,
but I just didn't feel like watching the episode.
He's not in enough of it anyway. They mostly concentrate on elastic plastic extendo man.
Yeah. It's just it broke my heart to not support it, but I just couldn't care.
But now we've spent, I think, too long on a show that neither one of us cared for the episode.
But the one that won the week.
The one that won the week.
All kind of by default, though.
Well, what about Orville? We bypassed Orville here.
Well, I just wanted to stick with,
Okay, we're going to
stick with CW.
Okay. So.
Because, we went from Fox to CW.
Let's
just stay on CW and then go back to Fox.
Yeah. Because we are loving Supergirl.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
And I mean that.
They're doing everything right.
And I mean that in the best way.
Except for the Maggie-Alex relationship, they're doing everything right.
But even then, it's not that bad.
No.
It's just...
At least they have something legitimate to fight about this time.
And maybe if we didn't know that it's going to end.
Right, yeah.
So it's not really a show issue, that's just a CW promotion issue.
It could have been more of a will they, won't they sort of thing.
Instead of like, oh, how are they going to do it?
Yeah.
But, so to follow last week, which I thought last week's episode was just one of the best TV episodes I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Not just Supergirl, just period.
And it's definitely the top of the season so far.
Yeah. Yeah. This one, I was like, okay, how are they going to follow that? That's we got a tough
and the
act to
preview
follow.
Didn't give it any justice because the preview is like, oh, this guy that has a weird religion that he's starting and he's getting cult members. When I saw that preview, I was like, okay, because of this previous episode, I trust whatever they're doing. But let's see.
This one had maybe less of a punch than the previous one with the Martians, but it still had some good thinking moments.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I like the callback in the first scene, to the first episode.
Yeah.
And I like just the notion of like worshiping.
Yeah.
It was definitely different, and it did make me think a bit. Didn't hit me kind of in home the way.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't. I'm not to get political or anything on here. I'm not a religious man myself, so when I saw this, I was like, okay, they have a cult based on an alien religion. Cool. Yeah.
But just seeing some of the scenes, like when that person was, getting initiated, essentially, just like when she saved him, it's like, I knew you would.
Right, bowing down to Supergirl as their savior now.
But it explained it, because what you said, the previews make it look like, random religion based on Supergirl.
Right.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But I like that it actually tied to Kryptonian knowledge.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting, and I still think my stars every day that they say Kryptonian on that show.
Yes.
Season 1, CBS, I'm looking at you.
Right. They're working on that pronunciation, unlike Lena.
That's, again, we're going to go back to Flash. We have an actress on the show who cannot pick an accent, yet I want to watch it.
Right. Yeah. That's how bad.
And we have characters
that's how bad Flash is doing. That we'd rather watch somebody who doesn't know if they're Irish, English, American, whatever,
than a show where people get their accents correct.
Right.
That's where we're at. That's the level we're at.
During that bridal shower thing, though, it's like, just say she's Irish and we know she's adopted.
Yeah.
Just say she's originally from Ireland.
Yeah.
Just make it easier on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can say, oh, well, they were drinking. Maybe she slurs. Yeah, but I don't slur into a different accent.
No. I slur in American.
Yeah. I mean, and, you know, bless her heart. I know she's probably trying.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying. You know, let's just make it canon. And, you know, then she can speak Irish the whole time.
The question is now, are we seeking it out? Because now that it's one of the things, now that we know, we can pick it out, but if we didn't know, would it still sound okay?
I don't think we're necessarily seeking it out, but it is standing out more, especially with the vowels.
Oh my god. It is to the point where in that scene I was just like sitting there, okay, that's one.
Yep.
That's one.
We can turn it into a drinking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times will Katie McGrath not be American?
Right. You have to take a shot every time.
And
then you may sound Irish after it, you know.
Well, yeah, in that episode.
Yeah.
In that one scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get alcohol poisoning from a 5-minute scene.
But beyond the episode, they did release promo of what Rain will look like when she takes flight. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah. And I like how if we didn't know that actress was Rain, the show is almost making it look like the daughter could turn out to be Rain, which would be a very interesting twist.
Right.
But
that's
again,
not how
CW promotion.
That's not how CW rolls.
No, they're like, no, it's her. It's her. We're telling you now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like plot-wise how it would keep me in suspense if the internet did not exist.
But what I do like about the show with the writers, I'm really wondering how she's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you said, something is going to happen to his daughter. Because I don't see that character turning.
Yeah. It's not going to be like a work-related thing or something. If
she turns on a work-related issue.
Yeah, then she's got deeper issues. And she's already got the powers, so it's not something that happens to her like, you know, a Barry sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're really making me like Odette Annabelle's character.
Yeah.
Like, I really do like her.
And that is extra points for the writers there. Yeah.
As opposed to Flash.
Yeah.
We're just going to keep saying that. I could care less about the Thinker right now.
Oh, yeah. Is he a character still?
I guess.
Yeah. No, but
yeah, I really like her. I want her to do well. I want her to do well by her daughter. I want you to make her all the money. I want you to do good.
Yeah.
But I know you're going to be the bad guy.
Right.
And I'm so curious of how that's going to happen.
I'm guessing it's going to be the last episode before the break.
Yeah.
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 They have to do it that way because they can't give us Rain too early. They messed up with the Guardian that way last season. I mean, they messed up with a lot of things with the Guardian, but revealing him, and then with Shield even messed up with revealing the Russian and all that too early.
Yeah.
So shows need to learn from that and give it to us right at the end. Make us want the next part.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so if we're talking progress reports on Supergirl, where are we at?
Oh, wait, we're just on a steady incline. Yeah.
A+?
A+. Yeah. It's hard to... The only reason I consider the previous episode better than this one is because it does hit... Well, I mean, it hits home. But it also just hits more points that aren't tropey and superhero-y.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a superhero show. It was a Martian show, mostly.
Yeah.
But then a parent-child show.
Yeah.
This one, we're back to the superhero-ness of it.
Still done well.
But,
you know.
Because when they do the tropes, they do them very well.
That was a great scene at the end when they kind of showed everybody with their, like, you know, parental figure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you know, Carl Lumbly. Yep. If they can just do stuff like that, he only needs to be in one scene. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do not care.
Yeah.
I just want him there.
We want him there and getting a paycheck from it. And, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just sitting there praying, and then, you know, David Harwood's character comes in and joins him. I was like,
yeah, don't even have to make it a whole thing. You don't have to explain what's going on. We understand it.
And we like it.
Yeah.
So, Supergirl, yeah, to me, we're still good.
Yeah.
And in fact, I said, like, there were only... Well, I guess that actually shows also how iffy The Gifted is doing. Because I said, I only watched 2 episodes. And he said, what about The Gifted? Oh, yeah. And I guess I watched 3.
3, yeah.
Yep. That's where we're at.
Right.
The other one to get good stars.
Yes.
Orville.
The Orville.
They
yeah.
had a week break,
They did.
but they came back.
Which I was nervous about them doing that because I was like, okay, are they not going to be as good when they come back? No, they were better.
This episode to me was very reminiscent. So for everybody out there listening, go on Netflix and watch a Black Mirror episode. I forgot what it's called, but it's the only one with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Okay.
It's very similar to the plot that the Orville did.
Yes.
One, you could say, oh, they copied that. Who cares? They still did it well.
I mean, the episode's basically, Reddit takes over the world. Yeah.
And what I really liked about this episode is that Seth took himself out of it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Just,
which is great to see from him. He keeps surprising me with his choices in the show.
And I like that they even show it as his choice to not go on the landing party.
Yeah.
So,
like, they could have been easily, oh, well, Captain, you gotta stay. And he's like, no, Kelly, you go.
Right. Yeah, because he knew that she would be better to go on a mission like that. So, and that's a good...
I mean, I think it would have been a lot more opportunities for comedy if Ed went down to this new Earth-like planet. But I'm glad that they didn't do the cheap jokes.
Yeah, and there wasn't as much comedy in this episode as there was in previous episodes. But that is not to say anything negative at all about that.
If anything, it just shows that the show keeps surprising us in very surprising ways. Like, we know it's going to be a comedy. Yeah. We know there's going to be funny parts. Like, it's Seth MacFarlane's name, so you're not going to think you're watching 24.
Right.
Or Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
You know based off of anything. If at the end of the day with the Orville, you know something funny will happen.
Exactly, yeah.
So anything they do not that, it's just surprising.
Yeah.
And I like so far with the season, almost all the main characters now have had a starring episode.
Definitely.
So one of the last ones we didn't really get to see a full spotlight on is Lamar.
Right.
And he picked a good one.
He did. Yeah.
Just so they're on an Earth-like planet where justice is essentially likes or dislike. But
I do have to put a quick thing in there. One of the jokes that they did do that's not really a joke within the show, but kind of a meta joke. They did explain a couple times that, this Earth looks just like 21st century Earth. Yeah, since that's where we're filming.
Yep.
Yeah. I like those subtle jokes like that, where it's like, if you get the meta-ness in it, it's funny, but if you don't,
it's whatever.
Yeah.
You're just like,
it does look like 21st century Earth.
Cool.
You're right.
So they're on a justice system, pretty much a worldwide system based on likes and dislikes.
Right.
So the more likes you get, obviously, the better you're going to be. If you get dislike, well, bad things are going to happen.
You don't get served at a coffee shop, for one.
Well, and then worse things could happen.
I don't know, not getting served at a coffee shop. I put that pretty close to the top there.
So obviously with the crew of the Orville, they're not from this planet.
Right.
So they don't know how things work.
Dry humping a statue, though,
yeah,
whether you're from this Earth or from this country or whatever, is not normally a good idea.
Yes.
Because chances are that statue was built for somebody important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lamar found that the hard way.
Yes.
The really, really hard way. Yeah. But I love... in the episode during the apology tour, because they don't do the justice system is based on an apology tour if you've done something really bad.
Right.
You don't go to jail, you just try to appeal to everybody. And I love when they said just be yourself.
Yeah, just go out there,
try to work the crowd.
Can you dance?
Work the crowd or something. Yeah. And he goes out full on like if he was on Ellen.
Right, yeah.
And starts like tapping the on, high-fiving him.
Yeah.
I just love the lady who was like, did you just strike the members of the audience?
And he looked legitimately confused. I don't know if that was a planned line or if he's just that great of an actor. Because he was like, I did what?
That made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
Did you just strike the audience?
I tapped him on, and it's like he had no answer.
Yeah. And they keep you on your toes because, the final thing is essentially kind of like the death penalty.
Yeah.
But they
basically lobotomize him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like, so is he going to make it?
Yeah, because we don't know who's going to survive, who's not from episode to episode. We don't know how Seth might be, be like Joss Whedon for all we know and not care about some of the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they kept me on my toes for that one. Because so you have to get a final vote count. And if you exceed a number...
Yeah, if you get to 10 million dislikes, then you
They
get lobotomized.
And when that clock kept ticking.
Yeah, and they didn't stop it at with one vote left. They stopped it with like 3 or something like that.
But still, like I
like that they did that.
I too was like,
yeah.
Oh god. Oh god.
And when it did stop, I was like, oh, I should have seen that coming, but yeah.
And I love his reaction. I'm a spaceman. I'm out.
Right. Yeah.
But the other thing that surprised me, so they did find a friend
Mm-hmm.
on the planet to try to sway, her people.
Yeah.
And you thought, oh, cool, she might join the Orville.
That's what I thought, yeah.
No.
They brought her onto the ship and everything.
No, she did not.
No. Yeah, she wakes up and she's back on her planet.
But she's a better person now.
She is. And she did not vote on the morning thing. Yeah.
The new bad guy of the planet.
Right, yeah.
She actually, her lesson is she will actually listen to them.
Yeah.
Instead of being snap judgments, which is, the predominant voting system. Snap judgments.
And that actress, when they first introduced her, she's not like, she doesn't show much as far as like acting. She's talking on the phone to a friend, getting ready for work, So I wasn't expecting much from her, but the nuances that she has in her acting, I want to see her in more things now.
I followed her on Instagram, so
Yeah.
if she has new projects, I will know about it.
Yeah, she did an excellent job for somebody who I didn't think was going to play a major type character at all.
Yeah, I thought that scene was more setting up just the planet.
This is the world. Yeah.
So I too was surprised to see more of that character.
Yeah. It's like, this is the world. We're going to give you this pretty face to follow for a minute, and then she's going to disappear. We're not even going to give her a name.
So where do you think the Orville is on your progress report?
I would put it a solid 3rd place.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I do Star Trek, Supergirl, Orville.
So 2 sci-fi space adventures with a superhero.
Right, yeah. I make a little Supergirl sandwich there.
So is Flash 4th or 5th?
Oh. Just because I love a good comedy, I'm going to give it 4th now.
And then The Gifted?
And then The Gifted, and then that other show that Marvel made.
Yeah.
Because Star Trek keeps being really good, and even, especially from like a nostalgia point of view.
So this episode, is this past episode, did it have Rainn Wilson in it?
It did. He was the main character. Harry Mudd was the main character.
So so for any Star Trek illiterates here, who is Harry Mudd?
He is a scoundrel space pirate, does anything for a quick buck. In the original series, he sold women. It was the 60s. It was a different time. Yeah, he did not do that in this. No, this he was trying to steal, big spoiler warnings. I won't tell you if he succeeds or not, but he's trying to steal the Discovery to sell to the Klingons. Yeah, because that's where the highest bidder is.
And special effects probably can do that now.
Oh, yeah. And so what he does, he manipulates 30 minutes of time and keeps replaying it, gaining, him and Anthony Rapp's character are the only ones who can remember that this is happening. Mm-hmm. So each time Mudd does this, he's gaining more information about how the ship works and the technology and all that, so that when he joins the regular timeline again, he can sell all that to the Klingons.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know it was perfectly done.
Rainn Wilson, huh?
Rainn Wilson. I mean, he knocked it out of the park. And then I did make a small mistake of rewatching some of the original series
with Harry
Mudd, because I wanted to see, you have this character, and by the way, I love that he's an established character in the Star Trek universe. No time in the Discovery did they make his life look like it was in danger. Because, he's going to survive. Yeah. So why do that? But they do that in shows, and I'm glad they did not in this one. And in movies. The closest thing they made you think is that he may get arrested.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's happened before. Why not? So I was watching the old episodes to see how Rainn Wilson as an actor did. And I was like, yeah. After rewatching the older episodes, I was like, I can totally see Rainn Wilson's character becoming this character. Mm-hmm. I think he did a great job in that. The downside is, after watching Discovery with 21st Century Technology making that show...
In 2017.
Yeah, watching the 1966 show, and then going,
so
that's cardboard, that's plastic, that's just blinking lights.
So nearly 50
years
later?
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, a lot has changed. And the fact that original series is 10 years in the future from Discovery...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had to really just focus on the character and not look at his surroundings.
I had a similar thing because, as I said in the last episode, I started watching Doctor Who.
Yes.
And started watching. I bought a big collection off Voodoo of
Okay.
all,
We like to plug Voodoo around here.
Well, hey, you keep giving me stuff I want.
Yeah.
I'll keep buying.
That's right.
I'm a pretty simple man.
Yeah.
But I bought a giant collection of Master episodes.
Okay.
So naturally, I bought everything with Missy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I bought.
And then you just work backwards from there. Or?
I kind of flip around, but
Okay.
but that same thing, I'm watching an episode where Missy used her sonic laser to disintegrate someone, like Osgood. Mm-hmm. And then I watch Roger Delgado's use his sonic laser-ish, type device to kill someone.
His flashlight.
To kill someone.
Right.
And it's like, wow.
We've come a long way.
Yeah,
because that's about the same age difference on the shows, too.
Because they could not disintegrate people back then.
No, not at all.
Yep.
Yeah, he was like, he fell.
Yep.
I shine a flashlight on you, you fall down.
And he died.
Yeah. Now what'd you think about David Tennant's Master?
I'm only one episode in with John Sim.
Okay.
I haven't finished his arc yet, but...
Because he's popular in the Who fandom.
He is popular, and I can see why.
Yeah.
He definitely is top ranked, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, Missy has my heart.
Of course, yeah.
But I do love the episode where his first full-fledged episode, and that is such a wonderfully maniacal scene with the gas mask and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it. I just love that, just no qualms. And that's what you want in, like, the ultimate villain of your protagonist.
Yeah, he's a super, super villain.
Yeah. But what I do like is that even though this is the Master, and the Master has been there a long time, each person has given their kind of spin on it.
Yeah.
Because Delgado...
Just like with the Doctor.
Yeah. Like, Delgado at first, he's not that maniacal, but you don't mess with him.
No. Yeah.
The second one was a little bit angrier, so definitely don't mess with him. John Sim, do not mess with him. Actually, just don't be around John Sim.
Right.
And Missy, you could probably get to her, but still, you don't.
The problem with Missy is you want to be around her. You just probably won't survive it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So. Well, yeah, the Doctor does too, but it's just nice to see that they did that with, the Master. Because obviously they're going to progress the Doctor in, various ways. That's your title character.
Right. But even with the Master, it's been alive for a long time. So that's going to grate on him.
Yep. So there's that. But that was my tangent on the whole 1960s, 70s shows that still have, a thing today. And by goodness, they look so different.
They do, yeah. And love them both, but when you're trying to watch them, it does kind of mess with your mind a little bit.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy, at least, it's a little bit more noticeable in like a Star Trek, but at least with a Doctor Who, at least they were in that time period.
Right, yeah.
So you're just mocking, say, the production of back then.
Right.
Instead of saying, oh, this was before this.
Yeah.
Now, if they go back in time and do like an old adventure with a Doctor, oh, this takes place then. No,
right. Yeah.
Why does it look so much better?
Yeah. So you do have a little easier than chronologically speaking.
Yeah. So. Yeah, like you said, I'm just gonna focus on the story.
Yeah, because looking at the blinking lights in the cardboard is not helping. Yeah. So, but I think that about wraps us up for this week.
Yes. So. When do you think? Well, first, you're wanting to see Ragnarok with Mrs. Beard, right?
Right.
No baby beard.
No baby beard. Yeah.
Too much still?
It'll probably be closer to the 15th, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but the sound and all that's gonna be too much for right now.
Well, stay tuned, people, because I think based off, I'm seeing it again tonight.
Okay.
I last night was kind of spur of the moment to see it because I had originally planned to see it today.
Yeah.
Being Friday, the official release date, but I had a free night after John Boyega, and I was still feeling pretty good. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see it.
So you saw it on Thursday.
I did.
Oh.
I did. That's amazing.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
I hope you do in that. I hope you don't think the jokes. The one thing I hope you don't get deterred by is the amount of like humor and jokes in it.
I'm going for humor and entertainment with this one.
But unlike say when you're talking about The Flash.
No, not that kind of
But at least these humorous and jokes moments, they help like you as the viewer, but the plot keeps going.
And I'm also going in expecting it.
Yes.
Unlike The Flash, where they just kind of threw a season 2 type episode at me.
Yeah. So I hope you guys listen for the Thor Ragnarok review from us, because I feel like it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think so too. And until then.